Notion versus Loop head-to-head comparison. Hi there, you guys. In this video, I'll be talking about Microsoft Loop and Notion, and I'm gonna be talking about their differences and how are they supposed to be similar to each other. And you guys later on will decide which one is better. So, a little background, Microsoft have always been aiming to innovate in the software since their journey began. One of the biggest issue they've faced has been creating the next generation of workspaces for people. With Microsoft Teams, Planner, Project, OneNote, Word, To Do, Access, and all the other Microsoft 365 products, they found their experience continues to be disjointed. And the head of Microsoft 365 calls Loop, their new project, a step forward for Microsoft 365 as the way to combine their existing experience and seamlessly letting people collaborate. Imagine a workplace that's live, interactive, allowing people to share components and that are actively being worked on, no matter where you share them inside the Microsoft 365 ecosystem. Microsoft Loop aims to be the next chapter by bringing live components, pages, and workspaces to one location for people to collaborate in real time. These three elements are the backbone to what they believe will compete with tools like Coda and Notion in the market. Now, there are parts of Microsoft Loop, but before that, let's try to sign in, and we'll be talking about pages, workspaces, and components. So let me just sign in with okay, let me just enter my pin right here. Looks good. Yep, stay signed in. No thanks. Okay, so now I think we are inside Microsoft Loop. I've already signed in. And what are the features that we can actually access here? So it's just an overview, guys, of Microsoft Loop. Let's click it. So hopefully, okay. All right. So we have here workspaces, pages, and components. Let's talk about the pages first. So you guys, pages is places to build a wiki for you and your team, add, connect documents, media, and files that are needed for said project, and a potential replacement for Microsoft current intranet tool, SharePoint. So they're trying to replace it with this. Next, we have workspaces right over here. Collaboration zones and ways to better organize them with different types of active Microsoft 365 tools, such as OneNote files, projects in Dynamics 365, and much more, all being connected to workspaces. And next we have components. These are the live widgets that can be used inside of Microsoft Teams, shared in OneNote and more locations in Microsoft 365, but always updated in real time. So imagine always being able to work on an Excel table without being in Excel, but in Teams. All right, so looking at Loop right here, it basically is like a bridge of all the Microsoft 365 applications inside the 365 ecosystem. And how does it compare with Notion, you guys? So let's take a look at this one. This is Notion. And yes, a huge element of Microsoft Look for Loop. Microsoft Look for Loop is cloning Notion. From the outset, this Microsoft Loop experience does look very much like Notion, but it must be hard to create something that doesn't right now. So we have here Look. The Look part of Notion, you guys. Notion Look. So I'm just type that in here. Okay, so the Notion Look, you guys, it's a part of yeah, let me just log in. Let's go back. So Loop looks exactly the same in structure. So it reminds me more of like an interactive whiteboard experience, but decent to look at, you know? So components, Microsoft goes further than Notion here with live components. So I'd give it to Loop, and something Notion can't offer due to limitations. So Notion can't, um, include the live components. And with stability API and their upgrades to the application, they've really outdone themselves. Although they do need offline Notion, I know they still need an offline feature. Okay. So Microsoft can fix this as well. So chances are it needs some better and stronger centralizing so that people know they can use Loop to build things instead of managing things, right? That's what I think. It needs to be a hub and not a consolidation tool, as some people might not take the time to build it out, in which I believe it should be used for. So in terms of Microsoft stealing Notion's look, it's hard in 2021 to build a wiki without not looking like Notion. Notion, you guys, is obviously making something worth replicating, and it's always been an ugly beast of this space. So people are taking, Notion's implementation and then trying out the version for themselves. And yeah. So you guys, Loop, you can get Loop by, sorry. All right, let's check out my profile. It's an overview. Okay, Microsoft Loop. How am I gonna get it? Okay, so apparently I think we're gonna need to download the platform. There you go. Notion, you can use it straight away here on web, but for Microsoft Loop, you'll just have to download it first. But that means you can use it offline. Notion still has something to work on with their usability offline, but still they are doing something really great. All of their, their their workspace, it's getting replicated and being made better by different companies out there. So yeah, the winner here, I'll go with Notion still, because it's the original, and that it lets you create, not only to integrate or manage. So I think Microsoft Loop can catch up. They just have to up their game a little bit. So yes, that's it for this video, guys. Let me know what you think. If it's going to be Notion or Microsoft Loop, let me know down in the comments below. But I will see you again in the next video. Peace out.